Hello guys, and welcome to episode 10 of the Sino-Soviet Union playthrough. Last episode wasn't very filled with war or anything. It was mainly just, recovering from the wars that have been fought, preparing for the wars that are to come, progressing our nations and our diplomacy instead for a bit. But in this episode, war is back on the menu, and without spoiling much more than that, let's get right to the episode. Oh. A new state comes about. The Gold Coast has independent from the United Kingdom. They're neutral, so I'm gonna support that shit. I found one of the bugs.
Wait, there's a bug?
The bug you keep looking for, where units just run in circles, not knowing what to do. South of France, usually.
Yeah.
Look at the capital of Korea.
I won't make an unusual trade, but here it is.
You want money for military? I mean, you need money that bad?
I'll just try to pay down some of my
okay.
debt.
Yeah, sure, take it, whatever. Oh, I'm using more uranium than I'm making again. When did that happen?
I don't know, but you got some uranium.
Oh, you put your uranium in your little puppet state, right?
Yeah.
Because you're one of the only importers of uranium. I was like, wait, he's buying uranium? It's like, oh no, he's being given uranium because 4 of his uranium mine finished. Yeah, your puppet ran out of money to make the rest of those uranium mines. You had him making that much all at once? Damn.
I have a road that goes nowhere.
A road that goes nowhere?
Yeah, Falling. I just started deconstructing it.
That doesn't help me know where that is.
By Chongqing.
That doesn't help me. Okay, I found it. What direction from Chongqing?
It was east of it, but it's probably, deleted now.
Here's one thing that I'm going to remind you about. Technically, roads don't always go nowhere. Do note that your population doesn't only live in complexes and cities. If you actually look at the land tab and click on all your random tiles, you'll find people live in like every single tile. Every single tile.
Oof, well, I just deleted it from them.
It's really looking like Israel's just not going to attack Egypt. I think they're too scared.
I think your units at the border made them go, nah.
What little bitches.
They're like, yeah, we don't want to pick off Russia. That's instant loss.
Real life Israel didn't care about that. I've gotten rid of my fucking battle zone priority in their battle zone, and the 2 in Egypt are both down to medium and balanced. I'm just slowly scaling it back.
Watch, you get scaled back to like, okay, we're good. We're going to war now.
Well, they wouldn't be able to defeat Egypt fast enough. Egypt's there's too much infrastructure all in one place, surrounded by rivers as well. By the way, can I just say I love how we're recording the harder option of playing superpowers in the Cold War first? Russia and China. China is garbage at this point in history, and look at who's on NATO. Like the US, the UK, France, Italy. Like this is a deadly combination of countries.
Hopefully my support of North Vietnam helps make them a threat to the Western world.
Well, I mean, they're in the East, so I don't imagine they'll be the biggest threat to the Western world, but
and I'm hoping
they'll definitely pump themselves up.
I'm hoping Korea can turn into something of a powerhouse.
I'm not so sure about Korea, but we'll see.
I have bigger hopes of North Vietnam.
Yeah, now that North Vietnam owns all that, basically all of Indochina, They're looking a lot more promising than Korea.
And if they get British Malaya after it releases from Great Britain, that's going to be a problem for the West.
If they take anything that is not red, that's only good for us at this rate.
Well, I mean, I do not want them to touch Burma.
I mean, even if they did, I wouldn't care. Burma doesn't like me. They're liking me less by the day. They're a democracy. I'd rather it be communist. So if they take Burma, it's fine.
I mean, if I have to, I'll deal with them.
I mean, you shouldn't have to at this point. Like, Burma has one land fab. North Vietnam's sitting on 3 right now. They still have guerrillas, and look at how many fucking combat engineers they have now. My god. I think you're okay to push them out of the nest. Them and Korea can take care of themselves at this point. Libya just went NATO leaning as I was trying to get treaties with them. Everything's just going blue. Oh, I'm just gonna end up having to kick some ass, you know?
Yeah, I noticed that, so I'm just gonna go through and wreaking havoc once I get everything situated.
As my treaty integrity goes up and up and up, I've just been looking around at who I might want to take a bite out of, and I've been looking at places like Iran and Sweden. Sweden's a lot more militarized than Iran, has less people, much more strategic position for sure. Iran has a fuckload of oil.
What if you go... Have you been working on Iraq at all?
I have treaties with Iraq.
You could always take Iran and then move into Saudi Arabia.
Or Pakistan.
I was saying that way because then it would heavily cripple the Allies' oil supply.
I've been looking at Iran like, yummy oil, but at the same and like not very well defended. But also, do I need oil? No, I don't need oil. But then I look at other people I could attack. It's like Sweden, a whole lot of military fabs, quite honestly.
But Raz, what you could do is you could do a cheesy tactic with oil. Get all the oil places, right? Say, I'm not trading oil at all. Make the price skyrocket. And then just put a little bit of oil on the market. Get a net gain, and then take it off and just play the market that way. Strip NATO of their financials situation. That's your call, whether you want to strip them of their supply or not.
I mean, going into the Middle East is definitely my easiest choice. I mean, who the fuck else am I gonna help? Like, who the hell else am I gonna attack? Sweden is open to be attacked, but at the same time would be probably a bit more of a fight than anywhere in the Middle East. Iran, Saudi Arabia, Muscat, and Oman, they're weak. They're weak and they're sitting on resources.
If you attack Sweden, you'll probably wake up Europe.
I don't know. I could, but at the same time, I might not.
Because I know it's not as likely, but they can see that you attacking Sweden is preemptively going to mean you're aiming to take over all Europe. So the other countries.
If I attack somewhere in the Middle East, I might scare India away.
Wait. I see a better strategic point, Raz. Do you have any relations with Turkey?
Turkey's allied with the U.S.
Crap.
Whoever I attack, I'm realizing I'll probably just end up colonizing them. I have so much military power just in my hands already. I don't want to accumulate more.
Yeah, that's one thing
Not currently.
I decided this playthrough I'm gonna mostly colonize any places I attack.
You are in a better position to annex things in terms of your current military and infrastructural stuff. I'm already just at the top. Cold War, and because to win Cold War, the spheres colonizing. Well, okay, so if you have the total victory thing on, you actually need to annex your colonies in order to win it in the end. In sphere victory, you don't need to, because you just need to wipe out all the blue independent countries, and colonizing can do just that.
Well, the reason
I realize I'll probably colonize a lot of places I'll go for. Maybe annex any little ones that cause me too much trouble.
I might actually go after Japan as my next target. Well, my first target.
Really? Are you sure? They have no military fabrications, but remember how dense they are. Every single village that you see there is going to be a fight with garrisons. And the more buildings, the more garrisons. They don't have much to fight you back with other than garrisons, but you're gonna have to really fight for it.
I know, that's why I was thinking paratroopers go to like the eastern side, where there's like where Kushiro is.
It would still be really difficult.
Basically take that island up at the northern part and then go to Mutsu and then push from Mutsu and then also stage just north of Gashogahara and just like put like a unified front from those locations.
You could try it. There's also Taiwan, the Philippines, much smaller targets. And you'd get some military fabs out of those.
Yeah,
Technically, there's Indonesia as well, and they don't have any fabs.
I guess.
Although taking them would probably be more annoying than taking Japan.
Then
Maybe.
again, I guess I can take Taiwan.
I mean, it's super tiny. There's not much to it. It wouldn't be much of a fight. You would get a land and 2 naval fabs and all that infrastructure they have there, and another island close to Japan.
And a research center.
Yeah. It's a pretty good strategic point for you, too. For, like, naval units and such. So is Japan. I mean, Japan was a super great strategic point for you. I could attack it, too. It's right next to me, but I want to leave that side for you. Despite all my treaties with Ceylon, they have really started to hate me. But, of course, they're a democracy. Speaking of hate, Bhutan went to NATO-leaning. Oh!
Oh, no, they went to NATO. What are we gonna do, Russ?
Kill them later, I guess. U.S. has hit 200 million people.
Yeah, but they can't keep
They're
up
growing
with me.
fast. They're gaining people faster than you are, Dema, so that's not true. Alright, I guess I'm just officially pulling out of Egypt.
Do what you need to do. Hopefully we get them solidified with us. They're not threatened by Israel at the moment.
You know, Austria is just so weak, just sitting in the middle of Europe. No military fabs, no allies. It's just like it's just like they're asking just to become like just some nice Western Soviet state, you know?
Is it later, or did we miss the whole Cuba thing? Where Castro...
Later.
Okay.
Later. Like 59, 60. Oh, someone's gained independence, and uh-oh, it's Malaya, and they came out dark blue. Gonna condemn that independence.
Yep, I'm gonna condemn that. Too bad I can't tell North Vietnam to go attack them.
I also got another random event, and got some more oil.
Hey, that helps. In a way. Screw it, they're deep hostile. I'm taking it.
Well, I guess the next war that's gonna happen is China versus Malaya. You better start building up some war justification. This will be the first war declared by a player of this playthrough.
Yeah, it's weird.
And you get to attack through North Vietnam, meaning Unless they end up with ships, which they shouldn't because they have no military production. They can't really attack you back. That's a lot of jungle, though. That's a whole lot of jungle.
It is, but it's worth it.
Hey, maybe North Vietnam will help you a little bit this time. Damn, the way this playthrough's going, it's not going to be a diplomatic playthrough at all.
I had a feeling it wasn't going to be that way, so I started doing some things a bit differently.
I mean, the strongest person that we have on our side that isn't one of us is Poland. Like, firmly rooted on our side, and then Czechoslovakia. And while these guys are in the top of all the countries, they don't stand a chance against people like, you know, the UK and France and Italy, or even Canada and Australia.
I mean, I know North Vietnam isn't extremely well put together yet. Don't discount them long term.
I mean, for right now, they're not in the top, I could tell you that much.
I know they're towards the bottom, but long term,
They're not towards the bottom. After Poland and Czechoslovakia, looking at the fabrication capacity, you have Romania, and then Korea, and then Hungary, and then North Vietnam. If you combine the military power of everybody that's red right now, I'm probably over 50% of it.
yeah. I'm working on.
And my military bar just keeps going down while the US is staying maxed out. The US is scary, man. The US is scary. I think I've actually selected what target I plan on going for.
Is it anywhere in the Middle East or no?
It is in the Middle East.
Is it Iran?
No, it's not actually.
Because I doubt it's Turkey.
It's Saudi Arabia.
I didn't think you had a clear path to Saudi. Wait, hold on.
I do. It's called treaties with Lebanon, Syria, and Iraq. I land in Lebanon or Syria. I run through Syria into Iraq, and then through Iraq, I go into Saudi Arabia. I've started the supporting the opposition of their government already, and it'll be a fun time once it starts.
Because I thought you would have hit Iran. Use Iraq as a staging point to go into Saudi Arabia after your integrity went back up.
I'm gonna go for the smaller target first.
Then again, that does make a little bit more sense because now you can dual prong it once you get Saudi Arabia under your control.
It also opens me up to going for other nations if I don't want to go for Iran immediately, such as Muscat and Oman, and also North Yemen. And maybe any of these other places that are British right now when they get released. Saudi Arabia is just like smack dab in the center, something I can take over. Once I get enough colonies in the Middle East, I may end up start annexing some things potentially, like some smaller things that don't matter as much or underdeveloped things potentially. Like maybe these like just giant colonies just towards the Middle East, like Turkmenistan, Armenia, Kazakhstan, Georgia, etc., etc. All these places could be annexed potentially. For now, I'm just gonna leave them. But they could be annexed for the purpose of getting more population into my country, so I can keep up with you boys and the US. Mainly the US. Holy shit, you're at over 100 billion in debt. What the fuck are you doing?
Don't worry about it.
You're at over 100 billion in debt. Jesus Christ. At this rate, you're gonna have more debt than the rest of the world combined. What are you doing?
I'm like the modern day US.
Is that what you're trying to become? Like... Oh, I see. You've been pumping out more land fabs. You built another one. But that can't be it. What all are you doing that's consuming so much money that you're just taking out more and more debt? How do you still have any semblance of a credit? Your credit rating's down to 77.8%. How do you have any, like, you're gonna run out of credit rating. This is just gonna get worse and worse and start costing you more and more money. I know I encouraged you to use debt, but I didn't mean this much. Holy shit, man. If you could make it work, you make it work, but god damn, you're destroying your credit rating. You're taking out debt probably to pay off your old debt. It's like, I don't even know. Should ask the US if they're willing to pay all that off, because they have more money than you have debt.
I mean, I could get them to pay it off. You know, I could be like, I'm gonna sell 50% of my surplus production.
We're gonna get some debt, and the US is gonna pay for it. Man, people were already joining Blue en masse. Yo, we're gonna be seen as a bunch of shitheads here in a little bit. Invading 2 countries. Man, coal just became cheaper to buy than it is to make. I'm just gonna fucking turn off all coal production at this point. Like, I'm getting more from my colonies than I'm even using. I've stockpiled so much coal, it's ridiculous.
I'm going to war.
Well,
And I
wonder if I got that in beforehand. Either way, China has declared war on Malaya. I shall support this war declaration. Those filthy Malayans had it coming.
My AI just sent a whole bunch of troops south. Like, I didn't even do anything, and look at all my units moving south.
Yeah, they're going to war. Oh, Burma's going NATO leaning. I think you scared them.
I had a feeling that was...
They went back, but I think you're scaring them. It's inevitable. It's fine.
My units have started going to war.
It's no longer profitable to sell rubber. Sad face. I'm gonna stop selling it and lock it off again. And hey, yeah, look at that. China has landed. And met no resistance so far. It's so weird seeing this big pink color appear. You're already having fun with the supply in the jungles, I see.
Yeah, I'm running low.
Oh, there's the first patches of resistance. Just some garrisons. There will be a lot of those. Oh, there was a French plane in there.
That French plane yeeted out of there.
Yeah, you're fighting on very fast, by the way.
Yeah, I should turn it down to fast. Wait, no.
Turn it down to fast. Goes to fastest. Oh, you're gonna have to... Well, actually, you're not gonna, because you're colonizing it. I was gonna say, you're gonna have to repair all this shit, and then it was like, oh wait, no, you're colonizing.
Oh, look! I got a supply truck down here.
Well, that should help. We should also get some people pushing south towards their capital.
Yeah.
With how much you've already hurt their military approval rating, should be...
Yeah, I'm
of
sending
cake.
the other army down towards their capital.
I'm at 47% with Saudi Arabia. It's so expensive to fund insurgency against Saudi Arabia. It was like 205 million, I think, a day on high. Yeah.
Darn, this is like... nothing.
They're being protected by the British, and now that they don't have the British, it's just like, hey, can I stomp on your face? Thank you. Push down each side. Oh, man. Combat engineers, man. Oh, now, and you have IS-2M heavies as well. Oh, boy. You're right outside their capital already. Oh, they got world market advisors.
What's World Market Advisors gonna do? It's literally almost over.
I think they got it closer to the beginning. Yeah, it is literally almost over. There's really not much left.
I literally just took their capital.
Oh my god. And it's over. It's now Chinese Malaya, the colony. Well, you now have the largest source of rubber in the world. Just like that.
And I just got 99.84 mil from them.
Which you might want to throw back at him, because this new colony has no money.
Yeah, I'll do that. And I'll also work on...
Although then again, you're in like super debt at the same time.
I'm gonna give them back their 100 mil. And then I'm gonna start slowly paying off my debt.
Kyrgyzstan is close to out of money as well.
How the hell I gave them 100 mil? Like right when the war ended.
I mean, you have them constantly working uranium mines and maintaining them, and they don't have much of any way to like make money on their own. Because probably like half their fucking infrastructure right now is those uranium mines.
No, I was talking about Malaya. Like I literally just handed them 100 mil. Right when the war ended.
They're probably trying to repair all the damage that was done to their fucking infrastructure during the war. My insurgency on the Saudis isn't doing anything either. It's weird. I feel like it should at least be doing something.
Maybe it's because of how much of a threat you are. It's giving them like a little bonus against
I don't know. It's weird. It did it for Israel too. I don't know why. I feel like it shouldn't.
I think there's...
It almost feels like a bug.
I would say it's probably not just a player penalty, but it's probably comparing your size to their size and applying a penalty as well.
I don't think so. I feel like I would have noticed that in my several hundred hours of these games in the past. This is the first time anything like this has ever happened. That's why I feel like it's some sort of bug.
This is gonna take a while for me to pay down, but I'm gonna get it soon.
Yeah, no shit, dude. You took out over 100 billion in debt.
The U.S. took out 100 billion in debt.
In a time where the 100 billion now is a lot different than it is in modern day.
Yeah, they did that back in the past. It seems that all the charts by year for the debt have either vanished or...
I found several charts, but like it all shows that before the 80s the debt was so insignificantly small that you can't even tell what it was past zero.
I just spiked.
Spiked what?
With my unemployment and everything.
Oh, your inflation is super low, unemployment's high, yeah? It's because you went to war and your tourism went from nearly 50% to 27%. All the money moving through your economy from tourism, a lot of it just disappeared because of the war. Same thing's about to happen to me.
I actually like the fact that happened.
Well, if you like that, stop paying for your environment or your cultural subsidy. Well, leave the cultural subsidy. That's kind of important to your own people. But just stop paying for environment, for example.
Oh, I already turned off culture subsidy.
Guess what time it is?
Time to call it?
No, it's time to go to war. And I pressed the button. And
Let's
now...
see how fast it takes you to
Just
clear
apply
this. Well, how long it takes you.
Ding.
And I'm gonna support this, cause why not? And I'm gonna slowly turn on cultural subsidies.
Now I charge. I've declared war. Oh. Oh boy. Fighting begins. I'm gonna set my intention to colonize.
I did that early because I was like, I don't want to forget.
My military deployment and everything is just ramping up. My diplomacy rating's not so great anymore. My tourism just took a hit, and yeah, war.
Oh, my treaty integrity is 72.1% right now. But yeah, you're taking a decent chunk of the oil. I took a decent chunk of the rubber.
Yeah, if I keep going for the Middle East, I'll get a bunch of the world's oil. The supply here is just so bad. It's gonna take a little bit. That being said, the fucking Iraqis are like coming in hot with some help. Some half-dead Saudis are pushing around.
Yeah, you might want to get some supply trucks down there.
My AI's sending a bajillion troops right now.
Is it roughly one supply truck for every 10 of units, not like stacks, but like one unit squad, so one picture? Basically 10 of the individual pictures, but if you have like
there's no golden formula. A lot of it depends on the supply situation of the place where you're fighting.
I was saying like the minimum average.
Again, very variable. Saudis, I feel like, shouldn't last that long, really. Try to fund their insurgency again. My fund insurgency hasn't really done much this entire time, but I'm just trying to take some strategic places, like some ports and some towns that generate supply while I'm pushing in. Things that actually will push supply down the road. That kind of stuff. I got a force of tanks just slowly inching their way to the capital, while on the right side I got a push just slowly going through.